Cadillac of wishes in a home of a billion dreams. See, I know the cage that is a beast, but I also know the bird that is settling free. I am shattered and scattered like wind. I am clutch sand thrown over blown bones. I am home. See, I'm an unkept boy from a far-away generation, from a far-away galaxy, a girl unwept, and I unraveled in the time for the time. For the time, I am a child that is built out of pyramids. For the time, I am a god, son. For the times that I go ghost, son. For the time I'm the sun's son. No? Tough crowd. Well, then I'll be the moon. See, I'm a seed destined to death. I'm seed beneath the bloom. I'm cockatrice before the boom. I am chariot. I am direction. I am a molder of tomorrows and a meddler of hope. I am a lifeless doll out of a child mother's mind, and I am waiting. I'm waiting to be picked out and picked up. I'm waiting to be cleaned and carried. Because, see, I am a dream. I am a dream. I am a dream. And to be a dream, it is something else. I had my first dream when I was 5. When I was 5, my mother asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I told her a sidewalk. Yeah. You could imagine her feeling. Her oldest child's only dream is to be as good as the ground that they walk on. She later on asked me for my plan B, and I said, well, if I can't be a sidewalk, then I'd be a cartoon character. See, I said my first metaphor when I was 5, and I've been speaking in this poetic tongue ever since, and since I've realized that the power of poetry isn't defined by the strength of a performance. It's not in the wittiness of wordplay or even the innovation of an inspirational message. The power of poetry is defined by the way that we connect with each other outside of this art form. See, when I tell folks that I'm a poet, those, including my mom, they usually say, is that really financially sustainable? And for me, it's not what I was hired or paid to do. See, for me, it's what I was put on this planet to do. I believe my job as a poet is to make space for people to breathe and realize that parts, if not all of this world, are breathing with them. See, to me, that's a gift. It's magic. It's mighty. It's powerful. See, once, I was the executive director of this poetry festival, and I was standing outside on 9th Street and 4th Avenue with a colleague, and we were just talking, waiting for the workshops to end. And while we were talking, we noticed an African-American man about 6'4", literally sobbing in our direction. My colleague, who happened to be white's body turned inward. Our conversation slowed to this unsettling stop. So when the man approached his apartment door, I yelled, "Hey, you okay?" See, it turns out that Lanks had just broken his sobriety that night. See, he had just found out that his brother died. So I told him, hey, sometimes we take a couple steps back just to move a little bit forward. See, the power of poetics to me is seeing an emotion in someone else and recognizing it in yourself. We all, if we have not already, will experience a pain like Lank's, one that will blow us back, leave us with just enough strength to move forward. See, another thing that I do is I teach at East Point High School. Shout outs to them. We can give them a round of applause. And there, I ask my students to pull their lives out of the end of a pen while balancing some of the coldest moments this world has to offer in the other hand. And it is magic. I ask for one thing from them: tell your truth. And to ask for their truth during a time when prison beds are being made because of tests that they took in 3rd grade. To ask for their truth during a time when people are fighting for water in the same country where drinkable water is rushing through the drains. To ask for their truth when we preach equality with little to no equity would mean that I would have to live my truth as well. So every day I show up for them and I dress how I feel rather than appeal to this binary society. And as a non-binary person living in a binary world, well, I've been told things like, you may never find a job that has the capacity to hold your entire identity. And it's a sad time in this world to think that my dreams or my successes could be cut short just because of the way that I dress or how I intuitively feel. But in a way, hasn't it always been that way? Per American Progress, 17% of educators are people of color, while students of color make up 40% of the student body. See, just by me showing up as I am, I'm an inclusive vision to a dream that my students will one day fulfill. To me, that's the power of poetics. That's telling my students to dream and know that anything that they dream has the capacity to hold them, all of them. If they have the capacity to be taught, then they definitely have the capacity to teach. We are not breathing alone in this world. We are all poetry in constant motion. So in 2012, I created a space for just that feeling that you get when you know that you're not alone. It's called Words on the Avenue. And at Words on the Avenue, every last Sunday of the month at Cafe Passe, me and my team, we drag a mic center stage, and we have one rule. Bring your words from your world, perform it your way. See, at Words on the Avenue, we've heard things like, whoa, this is the biggest audience I've seen since my last court date, for real. Standing next to doctors who hold the fragility of our lives with both of their hands and use our platform and their words as a radical act of self-care. Standing next to preteens who at 11 are overflowing with chapters from a book, and we're able to pay them for their work by the time that they turn 12. See, at Words on the Avenue, we understand that our power is the strength that we have together, and that our words and expression is just an attest to that strength. See, at Words on the Avenue, not everybody is a poet, but when we leave, everybody's a poet. Matter of fact, we all are. Everybody in this room is a poet. We all are armed with a language that has the ability to devastate or create change. So after this conference, after this evening, when you wake up in the morning and you find yourself in a mirror, I want you to ask yourself, what's my poem? And I want you to walk out that door and write it into this world. Just write. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.